What is up, YouTube? It is your boy NMR Sports here, coming back at you with another MLB video. It is about time, man. It has been so long since I've seen you guys. Oh my god, I'm so ready to start making more content for you. I told myself I wasn't going to make any more videos until the lockout was over because I just didn't want to be reaching for content ideas. This is the content I like to make. I like to make my free agent predictions. I like to talk about the game of baseball, speculate trades, all that jazz. So if you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button down below, leave a like on this video, and roast me for my predictions because I already know you guys are going to hate them. Obviously, I'm not biased at all. No bias here. Don't know what you're talking about bias. Everybody's a little biased with these free agent predictions. Obviously, Carlos Correa is going to the Angels. Kris Bryant's going to the Angels. Carlos Rodon, Clayton Kershaw, you name it. Every single free agent is going to the Angels. Anyways, let's get into my actual free agent predictions. I did a free agent prediction video before the lockout started at the beginning of the offseason. That'll be linked somewhere up here above my head if you want to see my original predictions. I don't know off the top of my head. I think I was right about maybe 2 or 3 of them. But that's the fun about free agent speculation. You have no idea where these guys are going to go. For all I know, the Rockies are going to be stupid and go and sign somebody. So, who knows? Like I said, hit the subscribe button down below, leave a like on the video, and leave a comment on what your free agent predictions are. Let's get into the video and start talking about some free agents. Alright, so right off the bat, you can formulate your own opinions about what I got going on here. But let's start off with the biggest name left on the board, that is Carlos Correa. Now, Carlos Correa, I see him going to the Boston Red Sox. I know the Boston Red Sox feel like their offense is already good enough. We're kind of in that threshold. I believe they just made it under the luxury tax last year. They just got rid of Hunter Renfroe. They brought in Jackie Bradley Jr. Looks like they're putting more of an emphasis on defense this year, and that's why I think they could be bringing in Carlos Correa. Now, Carlos Correa is a much better defender than Xander Bogaerts is. Xander Bogaerts obviously has the bat to compare with Carlos Correa, but Carlos Correa is an all-around better player. I think they could easily move Xander Bogaerts over to second base, maybe put Kike Hernandez out in the outfield. It's going to be interesting to see how they would fit him in, but I definitely do think Carlos Correa is the best fit for the Red Sox. Some of the other teams looking for a shortstop, I just don't see signing a guy like Correa. I can't see him going to the Yankees anymore. Even if he did go to the Yankees, it would just be such a weird fit because of how much the fans over there hated him in the past and all the shit they put him through. But I think the Red Sox be a good fit. He seems like an unlikable guy, which a lot of the Red Sox players are. Sorry, Red Sox fans, but that's just kind of their thing. They just like being unlikable. I don't know. It just seems like a really good fit in my opinion. I also have the Angels on here, not really because I think it's a great fit. I think the Angels should be focused on paying for pitching, but if you know anything about the Angels owner, Artie Moreno, he loves signing big name free agents for absolutely no reason, a la Anthony Rendon, Josh Hamilton, Albert Pujols, guys we didn't really need, but he signed them anyway. And that's also why the Phillies are on here. They do have a shortstop gap right now, and I think Carlos Correa would be a good fit. And they got Dave Dombrowski over there. Dave Dombrowski is known for spending lots and lots of money, and that's what Carlos Correa is going to offer. Now, next we got another shortstop. In my opinion, the best value on this board right now. We got Trevor Story. Now, I got Trevor Story going to the Seattle Mariners. I think the Seattle Mariners need another bat, especially losing Kyle Seager. They're really going to need some more bats over there in Seattle. I think Trevor Story fits that mold of that Seattle Mariners team. Seems like a pretty quiet, unproblematic team. You know, some of the guys are a little cocky over there, I'll be honest, but overall, I think Trevor Story just really fits in with that group. Got guys like Jared Kelenic, Julio Rodriguez should be coming up soon. They're pitching. They just signed Robbie Ray. I think overall it'd be a really good fit for them. Trevor Story would add a little bit of oomph to that lineup that they don't really have right now on paper. Obviously, last year they got the job done in the clutch, so I can't really get mad at him for signing a guy like Trevor Story. I also think he'd be a good fit with the Phillies and Angels. Same thing like I said before, they love signing these big-name free agents. Whether or not it helps them, both these teams need pitching, but both these teams love spending money in free agency. So I could see him going to either of these 3 teams, but Mariners definitely my favorite on this list. Next, we got Freddie Freeman, and I feel like the fact that Freddie Freeman hasn't already signed with the Braves is a major, major red flag to me, and that's why I think he's going to go to the Yankees. I think the Yankees are going to give him an offer he cannot refuse, and now that the yeah, just overall, I just think Freddie Freeman's going to get a massive offer from the Yankees that the Braves just aren't going to be able to compete with. Now, if you're the Braves, you just won a World Series. This is a guy who's been with your franchise his entire career. This is a guy you should sign for the rest of his life. I don't care what the price tag is. Whatever the Yankees are offering, you have to match that or go over it. Don't make him take a hometown discount. He has earned this gigantic contract he's about to get, so Freddie Freeman, I think the Braves don't write that check, and I think the Yankees go out and get him. The Dodgers are another dark horse in this one. I'm not 100% sure, but with Max Muncy out, they do need a first baseman. I think it's kind of stupid to pay that kind of money for a first baseman when you already have Max Muncy. I don't know when he's slated to return off the top of my head, but definitely could see the Dodgers pulling a fast one here. The Dodgers are never out on any free agent, let's be honest. Now, Nick Castellanos, a lot of people have him going to the Marlins, and I could definitely see him going to the Marlins, but I think a better fit for him would be the Cleveland Guardians. The Cleveland Guardians need some offensive help. Their bullpen's phenomenal, their starting pitching's phenomenal, but that lineup is weak. They have the most cap space, luxury tax space that I've ever seen in my life. I swear they're paying like $3 million for their entire roster right now. Go out and spend on a guy like Nick Castellanos. Come on, you could definitely use a big power-hitting right-handed bat in that lineup. You already have Franmil Reyes. Get him some protection in that lineup. Obviously, Jose Ramirez is a stud. You have so much money, bro. Paul Dolan's like a top 3 earning owner in the MLB, and he's not going to go out and spend on a guy like Nick Castellanos. At least get your fans one good free agent. I think Castellanos would fit that mold beautifully. Get a little bit of power in that lineup to go along with that elite pitching. All you need is like 3 runs a game, and you're going to win. You have Emmanuel Clase in the back of that bullpen. Karinchak was pretty good at the beginning of last year, struggled towards the end. And that starting rotation's disgusting, especially if Shane Bieber's going to be healthy. Savali had a pretty good year last year. Who's that other guy? Tristan McKenzie, I'm a huge fan of. Just so much good pitching. Complement it with a little bit of defense, please, or offense, sorry, please. All right, now moving on, we got Kris Bryant. This is my most controversial opinion. Nobody, I swear, nobody in the right mind would predict him to the Angels, but I'm kind of a lunatic, so I'm predicting him to the Angels. He's got ties with Joe Madden, obviously, Cubs manager when they won the World Series back then. I feel like Kris Bryant's always loved Joe Madden. Joe Madden's always loved Kris Bryant. And Joe Madden likes to go out and get his guys. You saw Tommy La Stella come back to the Angels after Joe Madden moved over to the Angels. I just think that Kris Bryant would be a pretty good fit. You may be wondering, he's a third baseman. Anthony Rendon's already in Anaheim. I don't know when the last time Kris Bryant played third base was. You saw in the postseason he was playing center field. He played a lot of corner outfield back then. I really think that Kris Bryant could be the starting left fielder or right fielder for the Angels next year, and then maybe Brandon Marsh in center, Mike Trout in left, Trey Joe Adell, Justin Upton can, pinch hit, DH, whatever. I think Kris Bryant would be a really good fit as an outfielder for the Angels, not as a third baseman, though. Now, I could also see Kris Bryant going to the Mariners or the Mets. I think the Mariners would be the best fit for Kris Bryant. Don't get me wrong. I think the Mariners would be a much better fit than the Angels. I know you're going to be in the comments typing your comment already. He is a better fit for the Mariners. I 100% agree. Better fit. But the Angels are kind of stupid and love giving out big contracts. Like I said, that's why I'm predicting to the Angels. I can also see the Mets as a little dark horse here because Steve Cohen seems to not give a shit about that luxury tax. I think he's going to go way over it. They do need some pitching, but Kris Bryant would make that lineup possibly the best in baseball. Definitely top 5 in baseball. Next, we have a former Met in Michael Conforto. Now, I think Michael Conforto is going to go over to the Chicago White Sox. I think he's going to go over to the White Sox because they have a very good lineup, but they're missing lefties. They have absolutely no left-handed hitting on this lineup. You got Eloy Jimenez as a righty. You got, what the hell is that center fielder's name? Luis Robert, he's a righty. You got Tim Anderson, he's right-handed. You have 2 switch hitters in Yasmani Grandal and... Bro, I need some more coffee right now. Yoan Moncada is also a switch hitter. But pretty much this entire lineup is right-handed. Jose Abreu's right-handed. I don't even know who's playing second base for them right now. But overall, they could use a left-handed bat in that outfield, and Michael Conforto fits the bill. I think if you put him in a lineup where he's not going to see a lot of left-handed pitching, I think that could really, really benefit him. I don't know what kind of money he's asking for right now. I heard at the beginning of the free agency he was asking for way too much. But we'll see if the White Sox are willing to spend that kind of money. I think he'd be a very good complement to this outfield. Be better than a stopgap guy like Nomar Mazara they had last year. I could also see him going over to the Giants and Rockies. The Giants I see basically because they have a lot of right-handed hitting. I think he'd be a good left-handed bat in that lineup. And then also the Rockies, just because I feel like the Rockies are stupid enough to pay him what he's asking. I think he's asking for a $100 million contract. I think the Rockies would absolutely do that because they're stupid. And the ownership over there is just an absolute mess. So it'd be kind of cool to see him over in over in Colorado because he'd obviously hit a lot more home runs. But I think it's a terrible fit, but I think it could happen. Kyle Schwarber I have going to the Brewers. I love the Brewers right now in free agency. If the Brewers sign anybody, I will be happy. They need some offense right now, yesterday, a week ago. They need offense right now. And I think Kyle Schwarber is a very, very, very good bat for this lineup. Obviously, you have Christian Yelich in there that's a left-handed bat, but he's kind of been up and down lately. Mainly, I feel like because he has no protection in this lineup. You saw it happen with Shohei Ohtani at the end of the 2021 season. If you don't have protection in the lineup, they don't have to pitch to you. And I think Christian Yelich needs to get thrown strikes in order to succeed. I think Kyle Schwarber could offer him some protection in that regard. They already traded for Hunter Renfroe, which is really nice for them. I think Kyle Schwarber would be great, whether he's playing left field, first base, DHing, whatever he does, I think Kyle Schwarber would be a very good fit for them. I could also see him going over to the Giants for the same reason I could see Michael Conforto over there. And then I also think he'd be a good fit for the White Sox. Basically, Conforto and Schwarber I see in very similar regard. Obviously, I think Conforto's a little bit better defensively, Schwarber better offensively. But I could see him going to very similar teams. I like Schwarber to the Brewers, though. Now, Anthony Rizzo, here's what I'm saying. If the Yankees sign Freddie Freeman, Anthony Rizzo goes to the Braves. If the Braves sign Freddie Freeman, Anthony Rizzo goes to the Yankees. Obviously, Freddie Freeman is a better baseball player than Anthony Rizzo at this point in their career. So it's kind of a flip of the coin. Whoever's going to spend more money is going to get Freddie Freeman. Whoever's going to spend less money is going to get Anthony Rizzo. And then the Dodgers pick up the scraps if, for some reason, one of them doesn't sign with the other team. So that's kind of where I'm at on the Anthony Rizzo, Freddie Freeman situation. I think they're kind of going to flip-flop wherever they go. Now, Seiya Suzuki, we have one of the top-rated international prospects coming over here. There's going to be an absolutely crazy bidding war going on with this guy. I could see him going to sort of a rebuilding club for the most part. That's why I see him going to the Rangers or the Cubs. I think both these teams are in the middle of a rebuild, but could be very good coming up in the next few years. And then I also have the Angels. That's, if you're coming over from Japan, I could really see you just wanting to play baseball with Shohei Ohtani. Can we just be honest with ourselves? Who wouldn't want to play baseball with Shohei Ohtani? And then obviously Mike Trout's over there. A lot of people want to play with Mike Trout. I think that's the main reason Shohei Ohtani signed with the Angels. And then also as a dark horse for Seiya Suzuki, I could also see him going to the Seattle Mariners. I don't know if I like that fit as much just because they have Kelenic and Julio Rodriguez and Mitch Haniger. Maybe if they sign him, they would trade Mitch Haniger or let him play out the rest of his contract and then slot in Suzuki whenever. But yeah, I think all four of these teams would be pretty good fits for him. I don't know if the Angels are a great fit for him, but maybe he takes a discount to play with the legend of Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout. Obviously, that'd be a pretty big draw. Obviously, I'm biased. Take that one with a grain of salt. But anyways. Next, we have Nelson Cruz, who is going to be the biggest beneficiary for the DH being in the National League. I think he goes over to the San Francisco Giants. Obviously, they just lost a big right-handed bat in Buster Posey retiring. I think they could put in another big veteran like Nelson Cruz would fit the bill. I think Brandon Belt is going to be playing first base for them, so their DH spot should be pretty much wide open right now. And I think Nelson Cruz would be a very good fit for them. I also have him going to the Brewers or the Marlins. I think the Brewers need another big bat, like I said earlier. I prefer it to be left-handed, but Nelson Cruz to the Brewers wouldn't be too bad. And then the Marlins just need any hitting they can get, so I think he'd be a very good fit for them and be a really good influence on some of that young talent over there. Next, we've got Jorge Soler and Albert Pujols. Jorge Soler, I have him going to the Miami Marlins for the same reason I have Nelson Cruz going over there. They really need some power hitting in that lineup, in my opinion. They got a lot of good contact guys over there, like Brian Anderson and other guys. I'm really not familiar with the Marlins roster. But anyways, Jorge Soler, I think, would be a really good fit over there, get some much-needed power in that lineup, and he could definitely play DH. I also have him going to the Cleveland Guardians for the same reasons Nick Castellanos. I think one of them goes to one of them goes to the other, kind of like a Freddie Freeman, Anthony Rizzo situation. I could also see him going to the Rays. I don't think he's going to have that big of a price tag. Maybe I'm wrong because of that postseason home run he hit last year, obviously in Game 6 of the World Series. But I think the Rays would be a really good fit for him. Finally get a little bit of big power in that lineup. I think that's one thing they were really missing in that postseason series against the Red Sox. Next, Albert Pujols, I literally just put on here because he's going to the Cardinals. We all know it. We're all thinking it. Let's just say it. Albert Pujols is going to the Cardinals. If not, I think he might retire because I don't know who else would want him at this point. He did have a little bit of good time batting only against lefties with the Dodgers last year, but overall, man, I think he's absolutely washed, and the Cardinals would be the only team that would take him back because he's a Cardinals legend. So anyways, this is going to do it for my offensive free agent video. I am going to make one for pitchers. You might have seen a little sneak peek of it when I accidentally went over it back there. But anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Let me know your free agency predictions down below in the comments section. Go ahead, tell me what you think my best free agent prediction is and my worst free agent prediction. Obviously, some teams are going to be mad at me because they're not on this list. This is fully the teams I expect to be in on free agency. If your team's not on this list, I pretty much don't expect them to be in on any of these guys. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate your support. Baseball's back, baby. Hit that like button down below. Part 2 will be coming out soon.